Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. If y'all would please find a seat. There's still a lot of seats down in this area. I think we should have enough seats for everybody today, but it is a pretty full house. Welcome back. It's great to see you. Hey, we're at the end of the second week already, which is wild, and just having our first music convocation meeting, so thank you for being here. Just for my curiosity, is anybody in this class for the first time this semester? Okay, so for you guys, welcome. It's especially important for anybody who is new to this class to really pay attention as we go briefly through the syllabus and the event schedule, but it's going to be really up to you to read those carefully. I'm not going to spend a lot of time today because we have something more fun than me reading the syllabus planned, as you can see, and so I really want to get to that, so I'm going to be brief. I also wanted to ask how many people in this room are also registered for 100L? Okay, that's a lot of people. So if you are not in 100L, I'll wait. If you are not in 100L, then you'll be able to leave after the big presentation. And for those who are in 100L, please stay till the end of the class because you're going to get some really important information about that class from your instructor. So first up, I'd like to welcome Dr. Fletcher, and he's going to talk to you about his course, which is Entrepreneurship 301. Everybody, please welcome Dr. Fletcher.
Hi, my name is Johnny Cash. Oh, no, that's not true. You probably don't even know who Johnny Cash is. How many of you know who Johnny Cash is? All right, now we're cooking. Okay, Entrepreneurship 301. Wow, this is my first time teaching this here at the university. I'll just tell you a little bit of music because I care about music. Little guitar, little trumpet, little trombone in the marching band in Aiken High School. Sing second bass, can you guess that? At the Lexington County Choral Society. So I love music. And I love the marching band when you come into the football games and our hearts just rise. It's really incredible. So I love what you do. Here we go. Entrepreneurship 301. The title is Startup Finance, Legal Structures, and Business Systems. That, of course, gets you all excited, right? Not. Well, let me see if I can't put this into some perspective here. I think that Dr. Cutler, who's not here this semester, his idea was that you are all entrepreneurs. You're all entrepreneurs, whether you like it or not. Your whole life is somehow centered around how you design that progress that you move in. And so we'll talk about that. So the idea here is that this is somehow a pathway to your own musical enterprise. And it could be your own personal, relationship to an orchestra or something like that, or it could be that you actually want to start something. So let's see where this goes. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I want to give you a little feeling for what you might get out of this Entrepreneurship 301. Here are some musical enterprises. Obviously, a personal musical enterprise, right? You are your own enterprise. Performing in an ensemble. You have a band. You have a group. I have a friend who is a flute player, and she has a little group, and they call themselves the Flute Loops. Is this cool or what? So you could have a performing ensemble, a production studio. You could decide that you want to produce your own stuff, but then somebody says, well, can you help me? And all of a sudden, your garage is set up to do a little performing studio, and you've got people coming to you, and they're paying you money. Thank you very much. So you could have your own production studio. You could have a performance venue. You could own I've got some friends who work at oh gosh, what's it called? Bill Pick and Parlor. You know the Pick and Parlor? Yeah, well, the MC over there is a friend of mine from high school, Aiken High School. And so I went one Friday, and it is absolutely incredible. They have a little venue. You sit out in the audience, and these artists come from all over the place to perform. So you could own that yourself, and you could have your own music school. So those are just some ideas. There are probably plenty more of things that might pop up in your mind as you go through your music career. So I didn't want to put the technical stuff down. Let's look at, generally speaking, what Entrepreneurship 101 will give you. First of all, it shows you how to make a plan and what the scope of that plan is. Second of all, you understand the competition. If you're going to put a venue in, then you need to know how many other ones are like that in the city or the town, right? So that whole understanding the competition. How do you get it done? Getting it done has to do with flow charts. I do this, then I do this, then I do this. Then it has to do with Gantt charts, which has to do with here's task 1 and it'll take me this long, and here's task 2 and it'll take me this long, and here's task 3, and if I've got to line these up, how do you do that? And that's what some of the things we learn. Obeying the law, obviously. There are legal structures that have to go into all of this, so we talk about that. Understanding money and how it's used. So income statements and balance sheets and cash flow and all that kind of stuff that you might get in accounting class, but you get it really concentrated. So you don't have to take a finance class, and you don't have to take an accounting class. You can get what you need in entrepreneurship. 301. Thank you very much. See, you guys are performers. Come on. You can get into the performance here. Okay. So, and then where to get the dough. Where do you go to get the dough? So, this is a present class, and I was astounded. I was absolutely astounded. We have dance students and art students and biology students and real estate and media arts and chemistry and advertising, English, political science, exercise science, communications, hospitality, and sports management. And what don't we have? We don't have any music students. And it's taught in the School of Music. What a kick it would be to have a few music students in there and to inform the group with what you bring to the table. What is one of the most important things that you bring to the table, no matter where you are or what you're doing? And it starts with an H. A. R. What? Harmony. When you learn something about harmony in music, you bring that to the table. This is not harmonious. What we're doing here is not harmonious. So you guys are important. So all of those things, and so here we go. Our motto is, if you start in the garage, you can't stay in the garage. It's important to start in the garage. It's important to say, come on over. My parents will let us use the garage. But once it starts going, how do you get out of the garage? So growth is the name of the game, and it's a kick. Come and join us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, sounds great. Every performing musician is an entrepreneur, and so if you want to be a performing musician or a person who composes and makes money from your compositions, your work, or certainly music industry, I wish I had gotten to take this class as an undergrad, but I was here in 2000 something, it doesn't matter, and we didn't have anything like that. So a lot of us have to figure these things out on our own, and it's tough. So take advantage if this is something you're interested in. Who's heard of the Louise Peak Colloquium Series? Yes, I hope everybody. Okay, so these colloquiums are happening again this semester, and there are a lot of them. Remember, we had an organ recital scheduled on a Friday, and we had a weather day and ended up having no classes that day. So one of our first ones coming up is going to be Matthew Whitehouse, and is that next week, the 27th? Yeah. So a lot of these colloquiums happen on Fridays at this time. Sometimes they happen in this room. But wherever and whenever they happen, they give you credit for this course if you attend. Every single one of these. Some of them you can even do a Zoom option. So you'll see these posters around the building. So you can find that anywhere. And also, every one of these is going to be listed in our event schedule for this class. And I have them categorized. And if you're new, I'll get to the categories in a minute. But I've tried to make it really clear for you so you can see how to get your points. So that's just to give you a glance at what's coming up for a colloquium. One in particular, which is February 3rd, is going to be a required event. The dean has requested that you guys all don't miss this one. So please go ahead and put in your calendar. It's during this class, it's in this room, so you should have planned to be here anyway. But that's one you definitely don't want to miss, is February 3rd, right here in this room. If for some reason you can't be here on that day, you need to let me know in an email. Normally, you can pick and choose which days and which events you attend, but for that one in particular, again, your dean has asked you to be here, so if there's a reason you can't be, please just email me, and we'll work something out. Before, not after, please. Thanks. I'm not going to get into detail on this, but I just found out about Spark giving some summer study grants, so I just wanted to put it up here and get it in your mind. If you want to learn more about what Spark can give to you, they have money to give for community events you might want to do, for summer studies you might want to do. If you want to learn about this, we have a session coming up on a Wednesday really soon, which I'll tell you about, and you can learn all about this stuff, so take advantage. If they're giving out money, go get it. You know, if you've always thought you wanted to go to a summer program, but it might be too expensive or the travel might be too much, these are the people you need to be talking to. The Spark office is on the first floor. How many people know Dottie Allen? We love Dottie, right? I'll tell her, we love you, Dottie. I'll tell her to watch the live stream later. She's in a meeting and couldn't be here today, but she usually loves to come and say hello to you guys. But you can go visit her on the first floor. Her room is I don't remember, but it's on the first floor. You'll see. She always has little treats and stuff, and it's nice if you don't have time for lunch one day, go see Dottie. She'll hook you up. All right, so I'm going to, before we get to that, I'm going to take you over to Blackboard. If you have the Blackboard app on your phone, you can feel free to go ahead and follow along. There we go. So our Blackboard course is going to be very important. You're going to have to use it if you're going to be successful in this class. It's very simple, but it's something you're going to want to log in regularly and check. So if you're not accustomed to using Blackboard, now's the time to do it. A lot of this you can see on your phone, but your phone can't do everything. A lot of times, if you're going to take quizzes and that kind of thing, I think you have to be on your computer. Has anybody ever taken a quiz through Blackboard on the phone? Does it work? It doesn't work well, right? I don't recommend it. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, go to the laptop, go to the desktop computer to do those kind of things. We're not going to have as many quizzes this semester, but there will be a lot of them available, but I hope that most of you won't have to do that many of them, okay? Because a lot of these events are in person, and you can go in person, and then you don't have to worry about quizzes. So that's what my hope is for you to go in person. My backup plan is I'm going to give you these assignments asynchronously so that if you can't be there in person, then you can still get the credit and you can still get the information. But you're going to have a better experience if you just come every Friday and then come to a few other events outside of the class. So you're going to see here the announcements. Every week I'm going to send one, usually on Mondays, sometimes on Tuesday if my Monday's really busy, but I'm going to send you one early in the week to tell you or to remind you what's coming up that week. We may have an event on Wednesday that's optional. We certainly will have something on Friday, and sometimes even outside of class hours, like maybe on a concert if a concert is in the evening. There's an event this Sunday. So check your announcements. This is me, Professor Mecha. Nice to meet you if I haven't already. And our graduate assistant, who she actually couldn't be here today because she's got a voice audition in New York, so, you know, wow. But you might know Peyton. She works in the front office, and she's there certain hours of the day. And if you have any questions, she's your first go-to for any kind of questions about the course. So her email is right there. Okay, so here's the most important part. The syllabus, which I wanted you to read yourself, which explains how your grade is calculated. I'll give you the very brief rundown. This class is a pass-fail. You either get an S, that's a passing grade for satisfactory, or you get a U for unsatisfactory. And as a music major, you need to earn an S 5 times before you graduate. So hopefully all of you are keeping track how many you already have got and how many are left, right? So you want to earn that S, and the way you're going to do that is by earning 3 points in each of 5 categories. And here are the categories. And they're color-coded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. 3 points in each category. How do you earn a point? Well, by swiping your card in today and then swiping it again as you leave, you've earned 1 point. So every time you attend an event, as long as you record your attendance, you've got a point for that day. You don't have to do anything else. That point is going to show up the next week because it is Friday. I don't get the reports until next week, and then I will put them in, or Peyton will put them in. So if by like Tuesday of next week you log in Blackboard and you don't see a point for today, get in touch with us because maybe we made a mistake. Try to just check it every week so that we know, because it can happen. We have to enter those manually and it takes some time. So if we miss you, please let us know. What we don't want is you at the very end of the semester to say, hey, I never got my point for the first day because it was like 3 months ago and I don't know if you were here, I can't remember. So just try to keep track of that. Most of the time we do really well, but every now and then we might make a mistake. So today's class is going to be a pink point. That's performance and collaboration, because we're going to do some collaboration in a minute here, so it fits in that category. You can also earn another point today or this weekend, if you want, by finishing the first assignment. Okay, so this is an online assignment. If you're a returning student, it's almost like a free point. Okay, just go do the quiz again. You know what the deal is. You know how this class works. Answer the questions. If you're new, this is going to help you make sure that you know everything that you need to know in the class, okay? The way that our quizzes work is you can take them as many times as you need until you get 100% correct. Once you get 100% of the answers correct, you get 1 point in the grade book, and it shows up instantly. So if this quiz has 10 questions and I get 9 out of 10, do I get a point? No, it's going to show up as 0.9, and I'm not going to count that. So all I have to do is try again. When I get 10 out of 10, I'm done. Does that make sense? Easy. So I didn't make a video for this one. It just didn't seem necessary. If anybody has any trouble with it, you can always get in touch with me or Peyton. But I think you'll find this quiz very easy if you're a returning student. And if you're not, it's going to be easy as long as you've read the syllabus. So again, let me know if you have any problems. There won't be a whole lot of these assignments that you're required to do, but this one is required because I need to make sure everybody understands what to do for this class, because it can be a little confusing with all the categories and the points and the things. Does anybody have any questions about points? No? I explained it that well? Cool. All right. Let's look at the grade book really fast. Yours is going to look different than mine, so I'm going to try to show you what yours would look like, but this doesn't always work. Blackboard is kind of funny. Okay, well that's pretty close. So this is going to show your total. This is going to show your total in each category. This is what's really important. So right now I have no points. I haven't earned any points. But at the end of the semester you should see 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And if you see that, you got an S, no question. If you have 15, but there aren't 3 in each, that doesn't work. So do make sure that you're looking at the colors of these events. And the best thing that you could probably do if you're at a planning type, which I hope you are. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Let me go back. All right. is if you go to our syllabus and schedule, and you actually just click on this event schedule, and then when you open it up, it looks like this. All right. You can just print this out if you want and mark which events you're interested in, and then just make sure you have 3 of each color, and then plan on attending those. I don't want to take any more time because I'm really excited to get to our next part of the class, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce to you Julia, and she's going to tell you all about this, what all this gear is doing up here on the stage. Yeah, it will be as soon as you.
All right, hi everybody. I am Julia Turner. I'm a Master's in Music Education student. I am a graduate assistant for Dr. Wendy Valerio, which a lot of you will encounter at some point in your time here or may have already encountered in class. But we're going to lead a little bit of a drum circle today. This is Brendan Johnson. He's going to be laying down a groove for us. And I need about 20 people to get up here. And, oh, just literally start coming. And if you can't make it up here, we've got extra stuff to play down here that you can do from your seats. Just go and grab it, seriously. We've got one more seat up here, over there. We've got, hi, Carissa. We've got other fun stuff to play down here if you're feeling it from up here. Find a little silence or some sound that you want to add and go for it. Watch my hands, here I go. And this means what? Now, if I split us up in half like this, and I tell you to do this, you're gonna keep going. Over here, we cut out in 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Keep listening over there. Keep it going. And I could do the same thing over here. 1, 2, back to the groove. 4, 3. Yeah, you can give them a little woohoo. Yeah, give us some. Back 1. Four, 3, 2, 1, and stop. I told some of y'all to keep going. Keep going, cowbell. Thank you. So 1, 2, make a new groove. if you hear something you like over there, I want you to bring part of what they're doing into what you do. And 1, 2, make a new groove. One, two, make a new groove. Keep that beat in your brain. Come back in. 1, 2, make a new groove. Yeah, play the pot. Yes. Everybody, 1, 2, back to the groove. Four, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Keep that. It's okay. One sound, here we go. One sound, here we go. 2 sounds, here you go. 2 sounds, here you go. 3 sounds. 3 sounds. 3 sounds. One last time. And make a new groove. Audience members, keep going. Audience, where'd you go, y'all? I see you up there. That's right. 1, 2, make a new groove. Would anyone up here like to become the new leader? Anyone want to give it a shot? They can't hear me. If you want to come up here. Yeah, auxiliary, keep that going. All right, you guys set a tempo for us. Are we almost out of time? Okay, never mind, Dan. We appreciate you, but yes. All right, so. What? Okay. All right, 1 whole minute, Dan. You set the groove in your feet. You gotta do it in your feet. You want a big ending? I'll help you out. Everyone. That was an ending. Yeah. If you want.
So if you can't hear, this Sunday, you can sign up to be a part of this exact same kind of thing, plus pizza, and it's a whole hang. I mean, are you guys going to do these once a month? Is that right?
Yeah, here, I'll just come over.
Yeah, come on over here.
So thank you all so much for coming up here and getting involved in the audience, and I really appreciate that. I think we could do like a huge one, just not in this room. But if you are wanting to do this for credit for this class, which is amazing, you can come. We're trying to do like one Sunday a month. I'll probably be there at all of them. And the plan is to drum and eat free food. They are limited because this first time through because we're getting food, but if we're showing a lot of interest, we can get more people to come. And so they're gonna limit it at a certain amount. So if you wanna go this Sunday, scan that right now before you don't have time. But there are more opportunities than just these to get involved with these drum circles. So if you're interested, either you could email me, I'm Julia Turner. You can find me in the school email thing, and I can have Professor Mecha send out my email, or email Dr. Wendy Valerio, and we do this a bunch. So thank you all for bringing so much fun musical energy today. I hope you had a good time.
All right. So at this point, if you're not enrolled in Music 100L, you're free to go. Please make sure if you're on that side of the room, go that way and use the scanner on that side. If you're on this side of the room, please go this way, and please try to move quickly. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, if I could grab your attention just for the last few minutes, I promise I will let you out at 2 p.m. so that you can be free. My name is Dr. Alex Carrico. I am a musicology faculty member here, and I am the instructor for 100L. So it's nice to see your faces in person. This is probably the only official time that we are going to kind of meet as a complete class. Otherwise, this class is all asynchronous online, but if you have questions, you want to meet outside of class, either in person or via Zoom, please don't hesitate to email me. Happy to do that. Okay, so how many of you have accessed the Blackboard site? Don't worry about fibbing. I'm not going to shame you. Okay, good. You're all in the right spot, whether or not you raised your hand. So one thing that I want to say about this class, I send out emails pretty regularly to remind you that you're enrolled in this class because it's asynchronous online. And let's be honest, you all have a lot of stuff going on. You've got lessons, you've got ensembles, you have in-person classes. It's very easy to lose track of a 1-credit asynchronous course. I get it. So I'll be regularly sending you reminders to check in with this class and keep up with the work. The reason that this class exists, or it's kind of important, this is supposed to be kind of a slow intro to get you into music history, because I know that some of you will not be doing music history maybe next year, maybe you'll wait. This course is important though. You need to pass this course, especially where are my music ed people at? Music ed, your curriculum is very full, and if you don't pass this class, you have to pass this class in order to take music history. If it delays you taking music history, that is probably going to be an issue for you. Now the really good news is this class should be very, very easy to pass. So I'm just going to go through a few of the basics here, what this is about. So here is the announcements page. But learning modules is mostly where y'all are gonna live. So I've divided it into weeks. We had our introduction week. If you haven't watched the instructor welcome video, take a look at that just because it walks you through some of the basics of the course and how to use Yellow Dig, and I'll talk about that a little bit today too. So we have 6 different modules, and each module is separated into 2 weeks. So you have 2 weeks to go through, and for this first module, there are 5 to 6 videos associated with each one, and usually they're pretty short, right? They're maybe 10 to 15 minutes, if that, and these provide little case studies of pieces that cover a major idea. And the reason that these are important is because you're not taking another music history class, but a lot of the stuff overlaps with the things that you're talking about in your ensembles, in your private lessons, and in music theory and aural skills. So it just kind of helps reinforce some of those key concepts. Each of these videos, I also have a video transcript here, so if you find it helpful to read along, the script is here as well, so you can kind of follow along there. You can even use that as notes or note-taking. And then for each module, after you have watched all of the videos, go back here, you'll scroll down to the bottom and you have a module test. These tests are about 25 questions. They're all multiple choice. It's supposed to be sort of easy breezy, just as a way for you to kind of checkpoint your knowledge. You can take this as many times as you want within that 2-week period, and there's no time limit. You can go back, you can look at the videos, you can use the video transcripts. The only thing that I ask you not to do is take it with other people. But otherwise, this should be kind of a slam dunk for you all. So, and I will send out weekly emails reminding you hey, make sure you're checking out the modules. And then also I will send you extra emails before the module test is due. Any questions about that? No? And then at the very end, there is a kind of cumulative exam, but it's all covered in there. And similarly, you can take that one as many times as you want before the deadline. Okay, so the only other major thing is Yellow Dig. And this is where we keep in touch with each other and we try to build a community. So if we go to Learning Modules, which is where we are, you scroll down and here is Yellow Dig. So you'll click on that, and after you've made your account, it will take you here every time. So each time you want to access Yellow Dig, go and click on that link. Each week, I want you to be checking in on Yellow Dig and talking to each other. There's not necessarily a prompt associated with Yellow Dig. Sometimes I'll pop up a question or something. This is a place for you all to talk about, did you learn something in the module that was cool? Or award season is coming around. If you're into watching those award shows and all of like the music stuff that goes on, this is a great place to talk about that, current events. If you want to share cool music, right? So ways that you earn points. Over here is the point system out of 14,000, right? And each week you can earn up to 1,350. Now you only have to kind of get 1,000 points each week. So you can kind of bank points if you want. And you can get points for either creating a post or commenting on other people's posts. So maybe you don't have something that you want to put out there, but this is a way for you to interact with other people. Questions about this? Oh, also, if you've not checked this out, share pictures of your pets. They're so adorable, and I'm 100% here for that content. Questions? Concerns? No. Okay, and the grading period for Yellow Dig is Wednesday to Wednesday. And the reason I do that is just so that, you aren't trying to cram stuff in Sunday night. Yeah? We okay? Okay. And again, if you need anything at any point, feel free to email me. I'm also up on the 3rd floor, room 311. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you all better through Yellow Dig this semester. And then I will be seeing you in your future music history classes, so I'm super pumped about that as well. Okay. I lied, it's 2:01. Everybody get out of here. Yeah. Everybody exit to this side of the auditorium so that you can swipe and get credit for being here.